Welcome back. Today we're tackling a question that's fascinated humanity for centuries. Is time travel real? Imagine witnessing history firsthand, or glimpsing the future. Sounds like sci-fi, right? But what if there's actual evidence suggesting time travelers walk among us? We've dug deep. Old photos, strange predictions, bizarre artifacts, and found the 10 most convincing cases that might just prove time machines exist. By the end of this video, you'll be questioning everything you thought you knew about reality. And trust me, you don't want to miss the final piece of evidence. It's the wildest of them all. So grab your snacks and get ready. Here are 10 mind-blowing proofs time machines might exist. Number 10 is the legendary case of John Titor. In the early 2000s, a user named John Titor appeared on internet forums, claiming to be a soldier from the year 2036. He said he was sent back to 1975 to retrieve an IBM 5100 computer, supposedly needed to fix a future computer crisis. Titor posted detailed descriptions of his time machine, even sharing technical schematics that some physicists found surprisingly plausible. He made bold predictions: a U.S. Civil War, nuclear conflict, and the rise of portable computers and instant online information. While the big disasters never happened, his talk of multiple world lines suggested his presence here could have changed our timeline. Some of his smaller predictions, like the rise of smartphones, were eerily accurate. After months of activity, Titor vanished, claiming his mission was complete. Was he a real time traveler or an elaborate hoax? No one knows. The mystery endures, fueling endless debate. Did his warnings change our future, or was it all just a clever story? Either way, John Titor remains one of the most compelling time travel legends. The internet still hasn't solved it. Number 9 is the famous time-traveling hipster photo. Taken in 1941 at the South Fork Bridge reopening in Canada, it shows a crowd in classic 1940s attire, except for one man. He's wearing what looks like a modern t-shirt, an unzipped hoodie, and wraparound sunglasses. He's holding a compact camera, far more advanced than what was common at the time. His entire look, clothes, haircut, posture, screams 21st century. Skeptics argue each item could have existed, but the combination is just too uncanny. The odds of someone in 1941 dressing exactly like a modern hipster are astronomically low. He stands out so much, it's hard not to wonder if he's a time traveler caught on film. The museum confirms the photo's authenticity. Is it a bizarre coincidence or real evidence of time travel? The debate rages on. Sometimes a picture really is worth 1,000 questions. What do you think? Next up, the infamous Philadelphia experiment. In 1943, the U.S. Navy allegedly tried to make the USS Eldridge invisible to radar using electromagnetic fields. According to legend, the ship vanished in a green fog, then reappeared hundreds of miles away in Norfolk, Virginia, before returning to Philadelphia. Some say the ship teleported, or even traveled through time. The aftermath was horrific. Sailors fused into the ship's metal, others driven insane. The Navy denies it ever happened, insisting it's a hoax. But conspiracy theorists claim it was covered up, and that the experiment ripped a hole in space-time. The story first surfaced in the 1950s from a man named Carl Allen, who claimed to witness the event. He described teleportation, time travel, and devastating consequences for the crew. No physical evidence has ever surfaced, but the tale persists. Was it a disastrous experiment, or just a wild sailor's story? The Philadelphia experiment remains one of the most chilling time travel conspiracies. Fact or fiction, it's a story that refuses to die. Sometimes the scariest mysteries are the ones we can't disprove. Would you want to know the truth? At number 7, another photographic oddity, another bridge, another out-of-place man. In 1940s Canada, a crowd gathers for a bridge opening, all dressed in formal attire, except for one man. He's tall, with a modern haircut, wearing a casual cardigan and t-shirt, looking completely relaxed. His informal style and posture clash with the era's formality. Multiple photos from the event show him, always looking out of place. Skeptics say sweaters existed, but the overall look is just too modern. Is it coincidence, or did a time traveler get caught on camera again? Two similar cases, two men decades ahead of their time. When you see them side by side, the time travel theory doesn't sound so crazy. Sometimes, the past, look suspiciously like the future. This one's wild. A possible time traveler in a 1928 Charlie Chaplin film. In behind-the-scenes footage from the circus premiere, a woman walks by, holding something to her ear and talking animatedly. It looks exactly like she's using a cell phone, decades before they existed. Skeptics suggest it was a new hearing aid, but her behavior is strikingly modern. She's not struggling to hear, she's having a lively conversation, just like we do today. The device is obscured so we can't be sure. Was it a hearing aid? Or a futuristic device? The footage went viral, sparking endless debate. Sometimes the simplest moments raise the biggest questions. Is this the earliest cell phone call in history? Now, let's talk money. Lots of it. In 2003, Andrew Carlson was arrested for turning $800 into $350 million in just 2 weeks through flawless stock trades. When questioned, he claimed he was a time traveler from the year 2256, using knowledge of historic market swings. He offered to predict future events in exchange for his freedom, but refused to reveal his time machine's location. Authorities found no record of him before 2002. He seemed to appear out of nowhere. Then, a mysterious benefactor posted his bail, and Carlson vanished without a trace. Some say the story was a tabloid hoax, but its details are so specific, it's become an urban legend. Was he a real-time traveler, or just a brilliant fiction? The mystery remains unsolved. Sometimes the best stories are the ones we can't quite disprove. Would you use time travel to get rich, or is this just wishful thinking? Either way, it's a tale that refuses to die. What if time travelers have been visiting us for thousands of years? The ancient astronauts theory usually blames aliens, but what if they were humans from our future? Ancient artifacts like the helicopter hieroglyphs in Egypt, the Nazca lines in Peru, and the Quimbaya jet figurines in South America all seem to depict modern technology. Indian texts describe flying machines and sky battles that sound like science fiction. Were these gods, aliens, or future humans with advanced tech? To ancient people, a visitor with futuristic gadgets would seem like a god. Maybe mythology is just history, misunderstood. The past might be full of time travelers hiding in plain sight. If the Philadelphia experiment was wild, the Montauk Project is next level. At Camp Hero in Montauk, New York, rumors say secret government experiments in time travel took place from the 1960s to the 1980s. Using powerful radar and a device called the Montauk Chair, they allegedly opened portals to other times, and even other worlds. Survivors claim they traveled through time, had their memories wiped, and were placed in new lives. The stories are detailed and disturbing, but there's no physical proof. Just testimony from those who say they were there. Was Camp Hero just a radar station, or the site of America's most secret project? The legend persists, chilling and mysterious. Sometimes, the scariest secrets are the ones we can't confirm. Would you step through a government time portal, or is this just science fiction gone wild? In 2008, Chinese archaeologists opened a sealed Ming Dynasty tomb, untouched for 400 years. As they cleaned the coffin, they found a tiny Swiss ring watch, caked in mud. The watch was engraved Swiss, and stopped at 10:06. But Swiss watches and the Swiss-made label didn't exist when the tomb was sealed. How did a modern watch end up in an ancient tomb? Some say a time traveler dropped it by accident. Skeptics claim it's a hoax, but the archaeologists insist on what they found. It's an out-of-place artifact that defies explanation. Sometimes the smallest objects raise the biggest questions. Is this proof of a visitor from the future? Number 1 is the most mind-bending of all, the man from Taured. In 1954, a man arrived at Tokyo's Haneda Airport with a passport from Taured, a country that doesn't exist. He pointed to Andorra on a map, insisting Taured had been there for 1,000 years. His documents, passport, driver's license, checks, all looked authentic, but no one had heard of Taured. Officials detained him in a guarded hotel room, but by morning, he had vanished, along with all his documents. No sign of escape, no trace left behind. The leading theory? He slipped in from a parallel universe, then returned just as mysteriously. This isn't just time travel, it's interdimensional travel. The case remains unsolved, and the man was never seen again. Was he a traveler from another reality, or an elaborate hoax? The story is so strange, it's impossible to forget. Sometimes, the truth is stranger than fiction. What would you do if you met someone from another world? That's it. 10 of the most mind-blowing proofs that time travel might be real. From mysterious photos to ancient artifacts and vanishing men, the evidence is wild. Which story convinced you the most? Let us know in the comments. Have your own theories or stories? Share them below. I'll be reading them all. If you enjoyed this, hit subscribe and turn on notifications for more mind-bending content. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.